the future of Heartland is about to change forever. After years of love, heartbreak, family struggles, and unforgettable moments, fans are finally looking towards season 20 with one big question in their minds. What happens next at the ranch we all love? A new chapter is coming, and it could bring the biggest emotional changes the Bartlett Fleming Morris family has ever faced. Will Amy finally step into a new life after everything she has lost? Will Heartland Ranch continue to stand strong against new challenges? And could this season become the most important chapter in the show's history? The wait for Heartland Season 20 has created endless questions among fans. After the emotional events of the previous season, everyone wants to know what the future holds for Amy, Nathan, Lou, Jack, Katie, and the rest of the Heartland family. The new season promises to explore love, family, difficult choices, and the meaning of moving forward while still honoring the past. Heartland has always been more than just a television series about a ranch. It has been a story about family,
Baby's kicking
healing,
up a
second
storm.
chances, and
Here.
finding strength during the hardest moments in life. For nearly 2 decades, viewers have followed Amy Fleming's journey from a young girl with a special connection to horses into a woman who has faced incredible challenges while trying to protect the place she calls home. Now, as season 20 approaches, the biggest question is not just what will happen next, but how these characters will continue to grow after everything they have experienced. The ranch has survived financial struggles, personal losses, broken relationships, and unexpected changes. But every new beginning comes with new challenges,
so your
and this
options
season could test the
are,
Heartland
I
family in ways they
could
have never faced before. One of the most emotional storylines expected in season 20 is Amy's future. After losing Ty, Amy spent years trying to rebuild her life while
Listen to
raising Lindy
music,
and
or we-
keeping the memory of her past alive. Her journey has shown fans that moving forward does not mean
Are you
forgetting
okay?
the people who shaped us. Instead, it means finding the courage to open your heart again. With Nathan becoming an important part of Amy and Lindy's lives, many fans are wondering if season 20 could finally bring a major change in their relationship. Nathan has proven that he understands Amy's past and respects the love she shared with Ty. He has never tried to replace Ty. Instead, he has focused on building trust and showing Amy that happiness can exist again. But even if Amy chooses a future with Nathan, that does not mean everything will suddenly become easy. Starting a new life brings its own challenges. Amy will have to decide what Heartland Ranch means to her and whether she is ready for a different future. The ranch is not just a place where she lives. It holds memories of her childhood, her mother, Ty, and every important moment that shaped who she is today.
read you an article
This emotional
out of
battle
one of
between
Lou's
holding on and
trashy
moving forward
magazines,
could
or
become
we
one
could
of the
just
strongest storylines of season 20. Amy has always been someone who protects the people and places she loves, but now she may have to ask herself an important question. Can she create a new future without feeling like she is leaving the past behind? Another major part of season 20 will be Lindy's relationship with Nathan. In previous seasons, Lindy struggled to accept someone new in her mother's life. Her connection with Ty was something special, and accepting Nathan was not easy. But over time, Nathan proved that he genuinely cared about both Amy and Lindy. Seeing Lindy become more comfortable with Nathan could be one of the most heartwarming developments of the new season. Their bond could grow stronger, showing that families can be created through love, trust, and patience. This could also change the way Amy views her own future, because seeing Lindy happy may help Amy finally accept that a new chapter is possible. However, Heartland has never been a show without challenges. Even during the happiest moments, problems always find their way to the ranch. Season 20 could bring unexpected obstacles that force the family to come together once again. Whether it is a personal struggle, a ranch-related problem, or a difficult decision about the future, Heartland always reminds viewers that family is strongest when they face challenges together. Lou and Jack will also have an important role in the upcoming season. They have carried many responsibilities over the years, and their dedication to Heartland Ranch has never been questioned. But as the family continues to change, they may have to think about what their own future looks like. Jack, who has always been one of the strongest foundations of Heartland, could face a new stage in his life. After spending so many years protecting the ranch and supporting his family, will he finally slow down and focus on passing his knowledge to the next generation? His wisdom has always guided everyone around him, and Season 20 could explore what happens when a longtime leader begins preparing others to take his place. Lou, meanwhile, may also face difficult choices. She has always been ambitious and determined, but balancing work and family has never been easy for her. After years of trying to manage everything at once, she may finally realize that success is not only about business achievements. Sometimes, the most important moments are the ones spent with the people you love. Season 20 could become a turning point for the entire Heartland family. It may not only focus on what they lose, but also on what they gain. The characters are older, wiser, and ready to face a new stage of life. But one thing remains certain. No matter what changes come to Heartland Ranch, the heart of the story will always remain the same: family, love, and the courage to begin again. And as fans wait for the official release details of Heartland Season 20, one thing is clear. This new season has the potential to deliver some of the most emotional and unforgettable moments in the show's history. As Heartland Season 20 moves closer, one thing becomes clear. The next chapter will not only be about what the characters have lost, but also about what they are ready to build. After everything Amy and her family have experienced, the ranch is entering a completely different era. The people who once depended on each other in the hardest moments of their lives are now facing a new question. How do they protect the Heartland legacy while allowing themselves to grow? For Amy, this journey could become more complicated than ever. She has always been connected to the ranch in a way that goes beyond simple ownership. Heartland is where she discovered her gift with horses, where she found strength after tragedy, and where she created memories that will stay with her forever. But Season 20 could challenge Amy to understand that protecting Heartland does not always mean staying exactly where she has always been. A possible new opportunity could force Amy to look at her future from a different perspective. After years of helping horses and people at Heartland, she may have to consider whether her talents could create something bigger. Could there be a chance for Amy to expand her work beyond the ranch? Could she build a new path while still keeping her connection to Heartland alive? This kind of decision would not be easy for Amy, because every corner of the ranch carries emotional meaning. The land represents her family, her memories, and the people who helped shape her. Leaving behind a familiar life would feel impossible. But at the same time, Amy has always been someone who understands change. Her entire journey has been about learning how to accept new beginnings. This is why her relationship with Nathan could become one of the biggest emotional stories in Season 20. Nathan represents a future that Amy once thought she might never have again. He understands that Amy's past will always be part of her, and instead of competing with those memories, he respects them. But love alone does not solve every problem. A serious relationship brings new responsibilities, new fears, and new decisions. Amy may wonder if she is truly ready to move forward completely. She may question whether she can build a new family while still honoring the life she had before. Nathan could also face his own challenges. Being part of the Heartland family means understanding that this is not just a normal relationship. He is entering a world filled with history, emotions, and deep connections. Winning Amy's heart was only the beginning. Becoming a permanent part of her life requires patience and understanding. One of the most interesting parts of Season 20 could be watching Nathan continue to build his relationship with Lindy. Their connection has the potential to become one of the most meaningful bonds in the series. Lindy has already shown that she is capable of opening her heart, but trust takes time. Nathan knows that being there for Lindy is not about replacing anyone from her past. It is about becoming someone she can depend on. Small moments between them could show how much their relationship has grown and how a family can change without losing the memories of those who came before. Meanwhile, Heartland Ranch itself may face new struggles. The ranch has always been a place of hope, but running a ranch is never simple. Financial pressure, unexpected problems, and changing times could create difficulties for everyone involved. These challenges could bring the family closer together and remind them why Heartland has survived for so many years. Lou may find herself facing one of the biggest decisions of her life. She has always been someone who wants to protect the ranch while also building her own successful future. But Season 20 could show a more emotional side of Lou as she realizes that time with family is something she cannot replace. For years, Lou has tried to handle everything. She has taken responsibility, solved problems, and stepped forward whenever the family needed her. But what happens when the person who always helps others finally needs to think about herself? This could create an interesting journey for Lou. She may have to learn that leadership does not mean carrying every burden alone. Sometimes the strongest decision is trusting others and allowing the next generation to take responsibility. Jack's future could also become a major storyline. As one of the oldest and most respected members of the Heartland family, Jack has always been the person everyone looks to for guidance. His experience and wisdom have helped the ranch survive countless difficult moments. But every generation eventually reaches a moment where they must decide what comes next. Season 20 could explore Jack preparing the younger members of the family to continue the traditions he has protected for so long. His role may change, but his importance to Heartland will never disappear. Another storyline fans will be watching closely involves Katie, Dex, and River. Their relationships have already created emotional moments, and Season 20 could bring even more complicated feelings. Katie has always been trying to understand what she truly wants, and her journey could take an unexpected direction. The possibility of Katie developing deeper feelings for someone close to her could create tension within the group. But Heartland has always shown that relationships are not just about romance. They are about honesty, communication, and learning what truly matters. As new characters and new challenges enter the story, Season 20 has the opportunity to explore the next generation of Heartland. The younger characters are growing up, making their own choices and creating their own identities. Their journeys could become just as important as the stories of the characters fans have followed for years. The biggest mystery surrounding Season 20 is how far the show will go in creating a new future. Will this season simply continue the story, or will it become the beginning of the final chapter of Heartland? With so many characters reaching important turning points, every decision could have a lasting impact. One thing is certain, Heartland Season 20 will not just be about the past. It will be about change, hope, and the courage to embrace whatever comes next. The ranch has survived because the people who love it never gave up. And now, a new generation must decide how they will carry that legacy forward. Heartland has always been a story where every character carries a dream, a fear, and a hidden struggle. That is what makes the show feel so real. The characters are not perfect, and their lives are not always easy, but they continue moving forward because they have each other. As Season 20 approaches, the biggest changes may not come from outside threats, but from the personal choices each character must make. For Amy Fleming, the next chapter could be the most emotional one yet. She has spent years learning how to live with loss while still finding reasons to smile again. Her journey after Ty's death changed everything about her. She became stronger, more independent, and more focused on protecting the people she loves. But strength does not mean a person stops feeling pain. Amy has carried many memories from her past, and those memories will always be a part of her. Season 20 could explore the balance between honoring those memories and allowing herself to experience happiness again. This is where Nathan becomes such an important part of her story. He is not someone trying to erase Amy's past. Instead, he represents a future she never expected to have. Their relationship could reach a major turning point as Amy begins to understand that moving forward does not mean leaving behind the people and moments that shaped her. The biggest question is whether Amy is ready to fully accept this new chapter. For years, Heartland has been her home, her responsibility, and her connection to everything she has known. But life changes, and sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that come from love. Could Season 20 show Amy facing a choice between staying with everything familiar or taking a chance on something completely new? This emotional conflict could become one of the most powerful storylines because it represents something every person can understand: the fear of change and the hope of a better future. Nathan's role in this journey could also become deeper. Throughout his relationship with Amy, he has shown patience and respect. He understands that love is not about forcing someone to forget their past. It is about accepting every part of who they are. Season 20 could finally show Nathan becoming more connected to the entire Heartland family. Being with Amy means becoming part of a world with years of history. He will have to understand the traditions, relationships, and emotions that make the ranch special. One of the most interesting possibilities is seeing Nathan take on a bigger role in Lindy's life. Their relationship has already grown from uncertainty into trust. But as Lindy gets older, their connection could face new challenges. Children often struggle when families change. Even when they are happy, they can still have questions and fears. Season 20 could explore Lindy trying to understand what a new family structure means for her. This could lead to some deeply emotional moments between Amy and Lindy. Amy has always wanted to protect her daughter, but she will also have to help Lindy understand that happiness can come in different forms. Meanwhile, Lou's journey could take a surprising direction. Lou has always been one of the most determined people at Heartland. She is ambitious, confident, and never afraid to fight for what she believes in. But behind that strong personality is someone who deeply cares about her family. Season 20 could show Lou realizing that she does not have to control every situation. Sometimes, letting go can be just as powerful as taking action. For years, Lou has balanced business, family, and personal struggles. But now that the younger generation is growing, she may begin to question what her next purpose should be. Could Lou step away from some of her responsibilities at the ranch? Could she focus more on her personal life and relationships? These questions could create an emotional storyline because Lou's identity has always been connected to being the person who solves problems. Jack, meanwhile, represents the heart and history of Heartland. His wisdom has guided the family through some of their hardest moments. He has always been the person who reminds everyone about the importance of patience, loyalty, and family values. But Season 20 could explore a different side of Jack. Instead of always being the person who leads, he may become the person who teaches others to lead. Passing knowledge to the next generation could become one of Jack's greatest achievements. He has spent years building a legacy, and now he may have to trust others to continue it. This could create emotional moments as Jack realizes that Heartland will continue even when things change. The ranch is not only about one person, it is about every person who has contributed to its story. The younger generation will also have a bigger role in Season 20. Katie, Dex, and River are entering a stage of life where their choices will shape their future. Their friendships, relationships, and personal dreams could create some of the season's most unexpected moments. Katie especially could face emotional confusion. She has always tried to understand where she belongs and what she truly wants. As her feelings become more complicated, she may have to make difficult decisions. The situation between Katie, Dex, and River could test their friendships, but Heartland has always shown that honest conversations are important. The strongest relationships are not the ones without problems. They are the ones that survive those problems. A new character entering their world could also bring fresh energy to the story. Someone who challenges Katie's expectations could help her discover a different side of herself. Sometimes, people find happiness when they stop searching for what they thought they wanted. Beyond relationships, Season 20 could also focus on the future of Heartland Ranch itself. The world around the ranch continues changing, and the family may have to adapt. New challenges could force everyone to work together. Whether it is protecting the land, managing the business, or finding new ways to keep the ranch successful, the Heartland family will once again have to prove why they have survived for so long. The reason fans continue loving Heartland is because the story always feels personal. It is not only about horses or a ranch. It is about people trying to find happiness while dealing with the unexpected turns of life. Season 20 has the chance to bring some of the most emotional moments in the show's history. It could be a season filled with new beginnings, difficult choices, and powerful reminders that family is what keeps people strong. As the release date approaches, one mystery remains. Will Season 20 simply continue the Heartland story, or will it begin the final journey for these beloved characters? Whatever happens, one thing is certain: the heart of Heartland will continue beating.